All right, guys. This is the first video in a long line of videos to come. We got nothing better to do, but I really wanted to say thank you to the people at the Open Oregon rally. You know, whether you are anarchist, libertarian, or a Trump supporter, all great people, all just really nice. And if you like this video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Probably the best thing that you can do is just share it with your friends. There's going to be a lot more videos like this. There's going to be funny videos coming. We're going to be doing a COVID-19 dance-off. It's going to be great. So this is video number 1. Enjoy.
Well, do you think we can open up in a phased, rational way and still be safe?
Yeah, I think we can. I think the people that feel uncomfortable with getting out should stay home and let everybody else get back to work.
If we don't go back to work, what happens after everything is just completely dead?
I think you're going to have riots. I think you're going to have people, harming other people to get the stuff that they need. I think it's going to be really bad.
You think that's what they want?
Yes. Oh, you talking about Kate Brown? Oh,
Well, not necessarily Kate Brown, but the Democratic establishment overall.
I think they're part of the global elites. They want to bring down our economy.
Do you think that Donald Trump actually told people to inject bleach and cleaner?
Another no, that was propaganda. We watched the video when he was talking about it.
Yeah, I saw one of the first stories to go up was with Mediaite, and actually the video that they put up was contradictory to the story that they were writing.
Most of what they report contradicts the truth.
They're owned, so they have to say what they want to say.
They're all told what to say.
We need this sign. Tyranny is spreading faster than COVID.
Do you think that a UBI is not going to destroy the economy as much as keeping it shut down?
I don't think we should keep it shut down.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
I don't think we should keep it shut down. I think we should do both.
The problem with the UBI is that our entire economic system is based on what we produce. If you just give people $1,000 worth of money, then that $1,000 that you gave them is worthless.
Meanwhile, we have no money coming in because they shut us down. They're not giving us any money.
Sorry, I'm a veteran. Every time I hear a sound like that, I want to run for it.
Yeah, no. I just look at it.
I mean,
I just think we need to be money for everybody. I don't think it should just be for the corporations who we can get the handouts to and get to take it off stores. We need to make it fair for all humans.
well, I agree we need to make it fair for all, but the problem is the Democratic Party has those corporations in their pocket.
I think both parties do.
To a certain point, yeah.
That's the
To a
problem
certain
with the whole
point.
system. They need to get rid of that. No more money, no more lobbyists.
Well, money is just a tool for trade.
Right?
Money's just a tool for trade. It's worthless without the trade.
Yeah, agreed. Like they just threw $2 trillion at the stock like that to try and save it, and it was wasted. Think about what
Yeah, it was
done with that
wasted
money.
because they spent it on the wrong things.
They could have given us all health care. I can't even afford to go to the damn doctor.
And this is the problem with putting your trust in government. When the
I
people
don't trust
when
the
the people
government.
really need the government to step up, the government always puts their friends first.
Totally agree with you. I'm not disagreeing.
So if you want a socialist system, a UBI, healthcare for all, why would you expect the government to actually want to help the people and not those
This government, the way it's set up,
corporations
it
that
doesn't
you
do it.
say are greedy?
It has to change.
It won't change. It won't change. It
Without-
does.
not without
You put your faith in
revolution.
government, and the government will screw you over. You put your faith in corporations, and the corporations will screw you over.
I totally agree. Meanwhile, we got people suffering, and they need the money that they're giving to all those corporations. We need
So,
to help people.
so how do you fix the problem?
Revolt.
That's exactly right. We vote, and
No,
rather than
revolt.
putting, rather than
Revolution. We can't. Voting is not helping.
and rather than putting our trust in an R or a D, you look at the person.
Totally. I'm neither. Sorry.
All right. Thank you for talking.
Yeah.
Hi. Again. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Doing good. Doing really good.
Get a lot of interviews.
Oh, yeah.
I do.
You got anything to say?
I am here because I'm tired of complaining and listening to other people complain, and we have to stand up for our rights. That we're living in a socialistic society now.
So this girl over here wants UBI and she wants free health care.
No.
What would you say?
I
what
say
would-
no because I'm tired of paying for everybody's free health care. There's no such thing. Somebody pays, and that's me.
What
I
I
am
was
a
trying to
contractor.
explain to her is the way that the economy works is that we have production and we have demand for that production. And if we just arbitrarily give people $1,000, $2,000, $1 million, it doesn't matter because that money is absolutely worthless. Because our system is based on what we produce and what we consume.
So why is the petrodollar worth negative $35? Because it's paper and it's worth nothing
It's
except
worth
to wipe
nothing.
your booty with.
Well, I mean, I guess you could wipe your butt with money because there's no toilet paper on the rack.
Yeah! Well, that's what happens when fascism takes over.
That is
When
what happens.
fascism takes over, it combines with corporations. And so
So
we the people need to take back our rights.
So here's my conundrum. The problem with especially the Democratic Party is that they put all of their trust and all of their faith into these large corporations who are their friends, and they want to destroy mom and pop farms and mom and pop businesses. And yet the socialists want to give more control and more power to those very people who are going to put the huge corporations that keep them with money and power rather than the people. I don't understand that philosophy. I don't get it.
Agenda, and it's not about America.
It's definitely not about America. And for the most part, some Republicans. Some
Yes,
Republicans are
some
the
Republicans
exact
are the
same
same
way. So why would you put your faith and trust into the government that's trying to keep you down?
We don't.
We don't put our faith in trust.
We put our trust in Jesus Christ.
We put our trust in God, and then the second thing I put my trust in is the Constitution of the United States.
Well,
It
a
is
lot of
my-
people would say that you're making Donald Trump a deity. What would you say to that?
No.
We're We're saying we're loyal because he's standing up for those who have been silenced for many presidential terms. And if we don't, the identity of our nation is going to change, which is happening.
So
He didn't have to take this assignment.
he didn't. He didn't. He's doing it for free. He's doing it for free.
Yes, he is, and he has been persecuted the
He's not
whole
golfing
time.
300 days out of the year and taking a huge
No,
stipend
he's
from
actually in that press conference room, talking to people on a daily basis, and they're trying to silence him. They're trying to take him off of the air because they don't like what he has to say.
They don't want to. Therefore, I haven't been able to watch any kind of regular news in forever. I have to depend upon God's voice to tell me what's really happening around here.
Besides the fact that, my ancestors fought in the Revolutionary War. We've been here since then. A lot of our family blood, like many others, is in this soil for a purpose and a plan, and God has a plan for this nation and a destiny for this nation, and we will not give it up.
Half of my family came here at Jamestown. The other half came here fleeing the Nazis.
Yes, exactly.
So which?
Exactly.
I mean, I have immigrants on both sides.
And I have nothing against immigrants coming in now, but come in legally.
Free hugs, world! I'm ready! 1
Let
billion!
go, though. Don't let him quit.
My dad's number
If
one
I went
in
in
the
for a
world
hug,
for
you go,
triathlon.
yeah, get away from me.
I'm number one in the world going to be for hugs.
That's funny. So what are you going to use your video for?
I'm probably going to get demonetized on YouTube to prove a point.
Brighteon.
Huh?
Brighteon.
I'm sorry?
Brighteon.
Brighteon?
Brighteon,
And
yeah.
there's another one called Subverse.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't get paid as much. I mean, it's just pennies, but
Well,
they're...
YouTube's not paying you at all anymore, so hey.
Yeah, I know, right?
They're just taking everything down and off.
Yeah, some
Because they don't
Brighteon
like it.
out of Texas.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have a good day.
All
Thank
right,
you for
too.
talking.
Thank you.
What do you want to say to the anti-gun,
I would say please educate yourself.
Definitely.
At least get out and shoot a gun or go to a
Or
range
talk to
and have somebody teach you how.
And if you don't like guns, that's fine. This is America. That's your right. You have no right to take it from other people. That kills
Nobody's
you.
telling you that you have to love guns, you have to be for them, but you know what? You should educate yourself on them and know what you're talking about before you try to take away something that I love.
How y'all doing today?
Huh?
Navy man.
Yep.
My ass used to ride in Navy equipment. How are y'all doing today?
Doing good.
Why are y'all out here?
Well, we're ready to have this place open and everything. I mean, we're tired of being separated in our house and everything. I'm tired of being in the whole entire freaking canteen, being in the house, being cooped up, not working and everything. But, you know, I wish Kate Brown would just open us back up so we can all go back to working. And then after work, maybe go to a bar, have a drink or two. So, I'm tired of it. I mean, you know, I think everyone's ready to have this whole place back up and running and just have them, you know, Oregon back open again. That's all we want.
Okay.
It's just an open, you know. Just let us be free again. Let us, you know, let us go visit some friends and families and have a drink too, you know. That's all we're asking for.
Do you think we can open it up in a
I mean, I would
rational way that's phased and safe for everybody?
I think it would. I mean, you know, because I work at a car wash and everything. Yeah. I mean, we're still functioning. We're still working and everything. But, you know, I mean, other companies that I know, they're not open at all. And it's hurting them and everything. So, I mean, come on. I mean, common sense. Let's just reopen now.
All right, man. Thanks,
I'm
sir.
ready.
Thanks, sir. Appreciate it. Doing an interview?
Yeah, but I'm actually not with 3%.
I'm sorry?
Did you say excuse me or 3%?
No, would you mind doing an interview?
Yeah, you're fine.
Okay, so first of all, I am a proponent of the Second Amendment. I have all kinds of freaking guns, okay?
Right.
So, but at the same time, the media is going to come down here and they're going to see you with your AR, and they're going to talk about the crazy rednecks that
Exactly.
come out.
Paint you as a white supremacist and do all sorts of stuff to slander and demonize you.
Right, right.
You don't understand.
So is there a reason you brought your AR today, or?
I mean, on a public forum, it sends a message to people that they have a right to carry. First and foremost. Whether they have a right to defend their rights, but their rights aren't trumped by individual municipalities. The Constitution is what rules over everything.
Right.
If there's a law that's written after the Constitution, it's null and void if it violates one of the constitutional statutes.
That's it. Yes.
I don't even believe in a concealed carry permit. I believe in a constitutional carry. Anybody can conceal any weapon.
Open carry, conceal carry.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
You have the right to do what you want with your weapons. And
If you're going to do bad things, you're going to go get a gun somewhere other than a gun store.
right.
Right? If you're a law-abiding American citizen and you go to the gun store, you're doing your due diligence.
To be fair, if you legalize all weapons and a constitutional carry, you do open up a door for the evildoers to go buy guns and do evil things. But there's so many guns around.
Right.
The 7 to 10 seconds it takes to stop a threat, there's not going to be any police, investigation or anything caught.
Dude, I live in Sotaville.
You know what I mean? It's gonna get done
I live in
with more
Sotaville. The Popo ain't coming, man.
Yeah, exactly.
They ain't coming.
I'm not waiting 10 minutes.
10
No.
minutes might.
Right,
10
not in
minutes might
Sotaville. Yeah, it'd take a long time. It'd take a real long time. It's not worth the American lives that could be lost.
Right.
If there's a big group of people like here, and somebody, Antifa member shows up and they want to cause a bunch of trouble, or somebody who's armed that is a convicted felon or a criminal, you've got to have boots on the ground with guns that can do what's right.
Have you seen those videos of Antifa talking about how they have shanks, knives, K-bars, and they're ordering AKs from
Right.
Mexico? And the media covered it up.
It's garbage. It's all garbage. Like, I don't understand. People are always going to circumnavigate the law, no matter how many are made.
Right. Right. The criminals don't care about laws. That's why they're criminals.
Yep. I carry my gun today exclusively for the reason that there's too many people out here not to carry one.
Right.
If something goes down, you need to have somebody out here who can do something about it.
Have you seen the Black Bloc guys? They say they're around. I
Black
just
Bloc?
have. Yeah, the Antifa Black Bloc types.
I have seen a couple of self-proclaimed anarchists, if you will, but if you're not,
Right.
if you're not contributing to the solution, you're part of the problem.
Right.
You're not here to support the Constitution. You're an essential threat.
So-
So I'm here to assess the situation, find out how best to deal with it, and then eliminate the threat.
So what would you say to somebody that says that the Constitution is just an old dusty document, doesn't mean anything, we need to change it to a positive Constitution rather than a negative set of rights, which is what the government cannot do to you, rather than a Constitution that says this is what the government has to do for you?
If it's not for the people, it's not a republic. We're not even a democracy. We're a republic. Let's
Right.
get that out there first, very clear.
Because the socialists want to say, well, the government has to give you health care, the government has to give you a house, or the government has to give you a universal basic income, or the government has to provide for you all of the things that you need to survive, and do away with the rights that the government can't do to you.
Right, exactly. I would say the problem began when people started, they took God out of the picture, and they substituted God with government. They expect
Right.
government to give them all of these things.
Or an individual,
because
right?
they have these rights to,
or an
life, liberty, and
individual,
pursuit of
right? I mean, they literally worshipped Obama as a deity.
It's silly. It's really silly. I mean, I think it's silly that people worship Trump as a deity, too.
I would say the same thing.
To be fair,
He's a man.
politicians, like,
Men are
they're-
fallible. Men are fallible.
They're in this business for us, or they're in this business for themselves. If they're in it for themselves, then
Right.
term limits, we're talking about forcible removal from office, impeachment, voting out of office, get them out. Vote for Republicans. Republicans specifically that are anti-abortion, pro-Constitution,
good day.
No, I was eating it back.
Excuse me, you guys mind talking to the camera for a minute?
Sure. I was just expounding on how I inhaled a French fry on the way down here. I'm still coughing
That does happen.
out of my nose. Okay.
I just have to ask, what exactly does this mean?
What does what mean? Trump the Grim Reaper? Yeah.
Trump,
With
okay.
all the blood on his hands. Yeah.
How does he
I
have
mean, he
blood
knew
on
about this virus in November. The blood's on his hands. I mean, this is just.
I mean,
I knew this was going to be a big
World Health Organization was
it
saying,
wasn't. Some of the other rallies that they did were very Trump. And at this point, I don't have a problem with Trump because he's the only one who's not deep state.
right,
In
yeah.
my opinion, that's what scares the shit out of me, is all that stuff.
As soon as January 14th, the World Health Organization was still saying that it was not even communicable. On the 31st, Trump issued a travel ban, and
people
everybody
got mad.
freaked out. Everybody freaked out and said it was.
All I have to say on that, I think if we're trusting the WHO, that's the problem in the first
They're
part.
lackeys of China.
Well, and sorry, Bill Gates. You know, what did he do? Bill Gates gave a huge contribution to the WHO the day or 2 days before they declared it a pandemic.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, people say I'm a conspiracy theorist, but that doesn't seem that's not strange at all.
Would you like to expand on your hatred of Donald
I
Trump?
don't hate anyone.
I'm sorry?
I don't hate anyone. I just think the people that were fooled by him is just a con man. He's bankrupt. It's not everything everybody thinks he is. They've all been fooled, so,
Well, the problem is they're all con men.
That's right. All politicians
that's
are
the
going.
problem.
That's
It's
why they go
gotten
into
to where
government.
You got to choose between the bottom and the bottom of the barrel. In my opinion, in political candidates, and we just don't
well, like
have.
I said, there's got to be more choices. There's got to be more, like a parliamentary system.
So-
It's
so-
polarized.
Do you go with the guy that would be spinning circles in the Walmart, hitting stuff
Well,
with
that's
his
my
cart?
concern. That's my concern.
Or do you go with the guy that's out there every day and can conform a cogent sentence?
You say that Trump thinks it's
Yeah, I knew he was going to say that. Yeah, but have you heard Biden lately, though? That's what
Biden's got nothing on Trump.
I mean, really, Joe Biden is that 90-year-old guy in Walmart spinning in circles, running into
My question is, why can't we have somebody who isn't, pardon me, old? I mean, why do we have to keep electing these 80-year-old people?
Hey, Tulsi Gabbard. Tulsi Gabbard was a great person to have represent the Democrats, but they destroyed her. They destroyed her.
Now, see, I have heard of her, but I don't know enough about her to even.
She's a vet. She's good looking.
What state
Woman,
is she
woman
from?
of color. I mean, Tulsi Gabbard, the one that used to wear the white pantsuit. Yeah, she's from Hawaii.
Oh, okay, Hawaii. That's
Yeah.
trying to
Her
get it.
ideas are not crazy. They're not too far to the left. They're
Well,
not too far to the right.
I'm a registered libertarian, so I'm on the crazy end.
Give me some. Hell yeah.
I don't really want the government in my life.
No, you don't want the government
But
in your life.
I am extreme in that regard.
Well, let me ask you a question. If you're one of these black bloc Antifa types that wants anarchy and doesn't trust the government, then why would you want the government to control everything?
Well, that's my question about it, though. Is what what do they want by? It doesn't seem they want. Well, I mean, what does anarchy mean anyway? They certainly don't want libertarianism.
Right.
I mean, that's a vastly different thing in my opinion.
On the political scale, you have anarchy, you've got the Articles of Confederation, the Constitution, and somewhere in that little window is libertarianism, right? And then you move on to the left and you have Republican, middle right, middle left.
Our problem with politics is we define it on this one linear scale.
Right.
You can really define politics by a quadrant graph of where people really lie.
The best one I've seen probably is a circle where you have anarcho-communism at the top, Constitution at the bottom, and everything else is an outlier.
Basically, but I don't know. That simplified view as far as the very linear two-side of things, to me, that's where we've gotten ourselves into trouble.
Right.
Is thinking that there's actually only two sides to everything.
Well, here's the problem. Most of America operates within that, let's see, I'll remember in a minute, but
paradigm?
Most Americans operate in that window where you're either center right or center left, and you kind of switch sides, called the Overton window.
Yeah.
Called the Overton window. And that's where most of America lies, is within that Overton window. They can go to the right a little bit, they can go to the left a little bit.
I think where people differ, but we don't recognize, is that up and down movement of the graph.
Right.
You know, that we go, but we're told that there's two sides to it. I mean, in my opinion, that's on purpose. That it's a farce, in my opinion. It makes it so simplistic that, well, you're on one side or the other side. It's like,
I'm not on either side.
Well, right.
I'm the average American sitting in the middle going, those people are crazy over there.
But,
those people are crazy over there.
Well, and I think that's true. But we let those two extreme sides dominate the narrative. Like there's nothing in between almost. When, like you say, most of the people are in the middle on things, and may vote either party at different times. I mean, I'll admit, the first election I didn't vote for Trump. Of course, I didn't vote for Hillary either.
Right.
Of course, I'll argue that in Oregon, it don't matter who you vote for because your electoral votes are always going to go to the Democrat. They have my whole life.
Right.
I mean, so I'll write in Mickey Mouse because I know it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
You
They'll
know?
give those electoral
Right.
votes to Hillary Clinton.
I mean, my advice to Trump would be, don't bother with Oregon. Don't come here. Don't waste a cent on this state because you're wasting your money. I mean, that's kind of cruel to my own statespeople, but why should he? He's not going to sway enough people here.
You can. Eastern Oregon is prime.
Well, that's the one. If you could rally Eastern and Southern to actually all go out and vote.
That's right.
That's right. Yes, we could take, back some. What we really need to do, in my opinion, we have got to take some of the seats away from the supermajority in our own legislature. Whether that's with Republicans, Libertarians, anybody that's not on that communist agenda.
You realize that you guys are 11 points away from flipping the state. Flipping the state red. 11 points.
Really?
If you got every Republican in Oregon to vote, you would flip the state red.
Yeah. I think you're right. You could. And hope that not many Portland voters come out to vote because way it's not real close. Of course, I mean, as I've heard people speculate, that God, we don't even trust voting by mail in this state because God knows what Kate will do with it.
Oh no! I got my
ballot.
I got my ballot, and they switched my party affiliation.
I better check mine, see if they
They
switched
literally switched my party
from what
affiliation.
to.
I have been a registered Republican since I was 18 years old. It doesn't mean that I'm not going to vote for a Democrat. It simply means that I have been a registered Republican since I was 18 years. That's 30-some
And
years.
they switched to a Democrat?
And they switched it to independent, so I can't.
Oh,
they
vote
switched,
in a primary.
Yeah, because I can't vote in the Democrat primary or the Republican primary.
Of course, I'm a libertarian, so I can't vote either, but I figure the primaries in this state, I figure, are pretty much decided before there's a primary. My big vote. I found out yesterday that someone is challenging Tina Kotek in her district. Yeah, and I laughed and I said, "Lady, you're my new hero," because I was standing in the shower 6 hours ago thinking, who can we find to knock Kotek off of her pedestal? And then 6 hours later, I go in the group and one of the ladies goes, "Oh yeah, I'm running against." I said, "Thank you. I will sell my soul."
So how bad do you think it's going to be in the general election when they actually have to put Joe Biden in a room with Donald Trump?
Well, I mean, a debate between the two will be pathetic. I mean, it'll be pretty funny because as much as people rip on Trump, he's way beyond Biden. I mean, Trump, to me, I know what he's saying. He's not a great communicator.
No, he's kind of a New York guy.
New York loudmouth.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, my shrink was a Manhattan shrink, Jewish. You know, he wouldn't mind me saying he was a Manhattan Jew shrink.
Right.
He was funnier as hell. He's deceased, but he expounded on the culture of New York. And if you aren't an asshole, basically you're gonna get just trampled over.
Yeah.
He said his mother, French fry again. He said his mother visited from New York, okay? And so she had to go to the store, work. And so she said, "Larry, where's the store?" And he said, "Well, there's a supermarket there, blah, blah, blah." So she goes down there. And of course, it's not her, she's not from Oregon, it's not her store. So she's running around looking for absolutely everything. You know, well, I mean, I guess she didn't look long. Because right away, of course, in a store here, somebody will come up, used to, and be like, you know, "Do you need help? Can I help you find something?" And, you know, of course, they're very nice, blah, blah. So she comes back to Larry's, and she said, "Strangest thing happened to me at the store. I don't know, there's something wrong with these people." And she tells him the story, you know, these people, they, you know, just took me, they even took me to the aisle. You know, is there something wrong? I mean, in New York, I'd have been sworn out if I'd have asked. And he goes, "Oh, no, Mom, that's the way it's good. You know, that's just how it is here. You'll just have to get used to that." She says, "Well, fuck." And Larry says, "And that's something that even your mother says."
Well, sir, thank you for talking.
Yeah, you've
I
probably
enjoyed
got
it.
more than you wanted.
I enjoyed it. That was a good interview.
I
Thank
normally
you.
don't do the camera. I have somebody that does it because normally I'm the one in front of the camera.
Yeah.
So it's weird. Well, I'm holding the camera.
You too. Okay, guys, well, that was fun. I am absolutely soaked. And you know what I learned today? That people who really believe in what they're saying, whether you think it's crazy or not, whether you think it's just absolutely nuts, these people are out here trying to go back to work. That's all they want is to go back to work. Doesn't matter whether you think those people are crazy, but if people will actually believe in what they're saying, they will stand in the rain and the cold, and the people that I saw were soaked. The ink was running down their signs. And some of the nicest people you'll ever meet in your life. People walking around with guns, not wanting to shoot anybody. So we have to, at some point, understand that not everybody is evil. Not everybody is the guy that's going to shoot up a convenience store or a school or anything like that just because he owns a gun. Now, there were people with their ARs walking around. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. And I asked him, I said, why are you walking around with an AR-15? Protect myself. Stand up for the Second Amendment.
stand up for my rights, stand up for the Constitution. You think that's crazy? Okay, fine, that's crazy. But I don't find it all that crazy to think that we should respect our rights, to respect America as the founders saw it, to respect the idea of negative liberty, which is what the government can't do to you. Can the government shut down your business because there's a pandemic? Some people would say yes. Some people would say no. Some people would say it's crazy. Some people would say it's not crazy. Some people would say that the people that are walking around with guns valuing their liberties are crazy. Some people would say they're completely justified in it. So, yeah, I'll let you guys make your own decisions on what's wrong, what's right. I'm not going to tell you who to vote for, but there's a lot of Trump supporters out there. You guys are only 11 points away from flip in the state of Oregon. Keep screwing with people. It might just happen.
Blood on my hands! Blood!